All right, I'll kick us off. Hi, I'm Colin Codner. I'm the Executive Director for the Greater Lynn Chamber of Commerce. We run a program series that we like to call Lunch and Learns. These are short 1-hour opportunities when we bring in a subject matter expert who then talks us through all sorts of varying and a variety of topics that are helpful and supportive to businesses of varying industries and sizes and whatnot. So today we're joined by one of our subject matter experts, Robin Samora. Robin is a expert in marketing and PR and is going to be talking to us today about grants. So thank you so much, and Robin, take it away.
All right, thank you so much. So, Colin, I really appreciate everything, having the opportunity to be here today to present on Grants 101, how to get funding for your small business. That's what we're going to be talking about. This is the first webinar that I've actually done on small business grants, letting Felicia in here. And what I'd like to say is that I've been so fortunate with getting grants that I wanted to share the experience that I've had. Now, in no way am I a total expert. I'm just sharing the things that I have learned recently by being the recipient of some of these grants. So that's why I'm here. So welcome. I love the slide about Einstein. Einstein happens to know my Twitter handle, which is kind of amazing. And I love that he has that kind of trust in me. And from my experience, this grant process isn't the end all what we're going to talk about. Again, it's from my experience over the last 6 months or so. So it's a crash course, or what I'm going to call a Cliff Note version of small business grants and how to get funding and how to get more opportunities for your Monday, for your business. So I'm here to help you. If you have any questions after this webinar, you can contact me. The most important thing is that we talk about what's available, what are some of the cool grants that are available, and that would be for-profit business, or it might also be if you're a nonprofit business as well. So a little bit about me. I'm a marketing and PR expert. I basically have 3 passions. My first one is small business marketing and PR. And I write marketing plans and I teach about PR and action plans, because what I like to do is to help you meet your goals. I also have a passion for small business grants and finding them and taking advantage of the free funds or shared funds that are available for small business owners that people don't really know that much about. And I also have a passion with working one-to-one with small businesses, because I'm a small business. I started from zero, from scratch, and I was able to build my business, build my brand, and also now be able to help other people. I've also studied with a lot of people over the 20 years that I've been in business, and I'd like to take that and I would love to share it with you. So again, I'm a top 20 small business marketing blogger. Sign up for my blog if you'd like to have articles come out that I talk about. I've been in business for a little bit over 20 years. And it's funny, I was never really a writer, but I started writing because my passion is small business marketing and PR. And little by little, I kept writing and writing and writing and writing. And now I'm glad to be recognized and very proud to be recognized as a top 20 small business marketing blog. If I can write, I'm not like, I never had an English degree. I did study public communications and PR in college, but writing is one of those ways that you can get your business noted, helps with organic SEO, helps you become an expert and to get recognized by other businesses. and also as an expert in your community that of where what you're looking to learn. I've worked with some big businesses along the way, the Boston Globe, Globe Center, been a member of the National Speakers Association. I've worked with Xfinity and actually started as an intern there many years ago. CBS, I've gotten lots of press, X Games, worked with the Boston Red Sox as well. But I'm also very, so what I did was I learned from the big guys what some of the things we had to learn to grow your business, for PR, to get promoted. And I've taken that now and I've put it down the funnel, I'll sort of say, for small business owners. As a kid, I was always kind of made fun of because I was different. I had different ideas. I like to promote things in different ways, but now I see that as my greatest asset. When we look at ourselves as kids with our innate abilities, you know, you might say, oh, you know, I was really different because of this. Kids made fun of me, but I say that this is a blessing. And this is where a lot of adults find out who they really are and what their gift is. And I definitely feel that after all my life experiences, that being different and looking at things differently helps you get noticed, and in fact helps my clients and other people that I work with get noticed and get the visibility and bring in the business that they deserve. So today we're going to talk a little bit about small business grants and small business opportunities. This is a snapshot. By no means is this a full explosion of what's available, but I want to give you the Cliff Notes version. So why a small business grant makes sense, even if you don't think that you can then that you can get one. Well, why would you want to get a small business grant? Well, obviously, because you can certainly use the money. You could probably use the expertise that a lot of these grants offer you. And a lot of people can get these grants, even individuals. You might not think that, but it is absolutely true. And you'll see later on that if you have W-2 employees, you'll absolutely be able to get opportunities, especially from the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. And we're going to be talking about that. We'll talk about different ways that you can research grants, whether you're a for-profit or a nonprofit. We're going to look at some of the Massachusetts grants that are out there, and they would be for small business, they would be for nonprofit, for-profit, diversity, and sponsored grants. How to prep for the paperwork. All I can really say is read the fine print, because that's really important. There are rules and there are regulations for every single grant. So I want you to make sure that whatever grant that you're going to be applying for or looking at, that you understand and you take time and you focus on what needs to be done. Now, as small business owners, I feel, and many of my clients also feel, that they're running around in lots of directions and they're working in their business so much that they can't work on their business. But I'm going to suggest that we take time. If you're interested in getting a grant, take time to focus on, first of all, where you are, where you want to go. And also then you'll be able to focus on what it is that you want help with. What do you want to learn? What training do you want? How can you benefit? Because every business is a little bit different. Goals might be similar, but everyone is at a different stage in their business, and some might want visibility, some might want to grow their market share, some might want to focus on fundraising or have events. So we'll go through this with the Cliff Notes version. That's what I'll call it. So I'll start with opportunities. Now, this is an opportunity that some of you may have taken advantage of. It's called the Hire Now Grant. I took advantage of it. I actually found out about it through a colleague of mine. And this program is they're no longer accepting applicants, but it's a program that the Commonwealth of Massachusetts had. and it was for hiring and training employee grant program. Okay, so what this means is if you hired new people or you rehired folks, you would be able to get $4,000 per employee. And you had, of course, fill out the paperwork. You had to apply. You always want to make sure you have all of your paperwork ready for every grant that you have. And this is a really wonderful program. Right now, they might do it again. Right now, there's a freeze on it. I know that I have some employees that, you know, might not get the refund because they got posted maybe in June. This started in April, but I was able to bring in some new employees and get reimbursed for $4,000 each. So you might want to check this out. It's called the Hire Now program. They do it again next year. Definitely take advantage of it, especially if you're going to be hiring people already. Mass.gov has a ton of information on different grants and different opportunities, and we'll go over a few of those today. Also, there are a few grants that I think are the best secret in town, and a lot of people don't even know about them. And one of them I'll talk about coming up. I heard about through another colleague and client of mine, and it's called the Express Grants Program. And it is just, I think, one of the very, very best secrets in town. So we're going to talk about that as well. A sampling of small business grant sources. Yes, the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, absolutely. We have the Massachusetts Capital Corporation. That's an amazing, also another area that we can look at with grants. We have local governments, we have Google giving grants, we have sponsored companies like Comcast giving grants, we have the SBA where you can get money, but it's not just from, there are so many different opportunities that we can get grants. And so I just want you to know that we can look at a number of them and then choose exactly what is best for your business or for your nonprofit. Here's one of my favorites, absolutely, and it's called the Workforce Training Fund. It's called the Express Grants Program. Now, I am a super fan of this grant program because, first of all, I have taken training from this where I have learned different skills, for example, sales training, or taken also Spanish, but I'm also a marketing provider with this program. And I am just loving it, and clients are loving it too, because basically, I'm not sure if everybody knows this, but with the Express Grants Program, every business that has W-2 employees may qualify for up to $30,000 a year in training and services. So we'll go over some of the details of it coming up in the next few slides, but keep this one absolutely on your #1 radar. It's called the Express Grants Program. I love it. I'm a marketing partner with the grant program, the Express Grants Program. I've got written up in their blog. My clients are doing really well with marketing training, marketing plans, and my new course is going to be PR plan writing and getting trained in how to do PR also. So that's coming up. I think it's an absolutely amazing program. I couldn't be happier with it. So many companies can benefit from this training, from the Express Grants. The Commonwealth of Massachusetts basically reimburses you for these kind of programs, and people don't even know about it. So it's something to definitely consider if you're looking to grow your business, if you're looking for a marketing plan, for example, for 2023, if you'd like to save $4,000 a month on a publicist, learn how to do your own PR. But there are so many other programs that are available, different kinds of training within this. The Express Grants program, what I like is that it's fast and it's easy and you can get back-to-back grants. So it's again for profit corporations and for nonprofits. You are, it's totally risk-free to apply for the program. They can help you with training, and you can potentially be eligible to qualify for 100% reimbursement of training and services. If you have 100 employees or less and you qualify, you can get 100% of your money back, potentially as long as you take the training and follow all the rules and regulations, which there really isn't. There aren't that many. You can learn marketing, you can learn sales, you can learn languages, you can learn about accounting, you can learn about HR. There's hundreds of different programs. And what's great is that you're eligible, if your company is eligible, and the only way that you're going to find out if you're eligible is if you apply for the grant. But basically, you'll get $3,000 per employee per course, again, and they can be back to back. So if you have questions and if you'd like to contact me about applying for the Massachusetts Express Grant Program, please do. Again, I'm a provider in this program. I just think it's amazing. And I'm also taking some amazing training right now that I'll tell you about in a little bit as well. So I already said that I was a marketing partner with the program. My courses are called Marketing Plan 901 or Marketing Plan 902, and they're for either 2 part-time or full-time employees or 3. So that's something that's very important as we look ahead for 2023. What are your plans in general? How are you going to grow your business? How are you going to take advantage of this money? There's so many different services, so many different training, so many different kinds of training that's available through this Express Grants program. My second course, this is the newest one that I have. It's up and running, but I haven't promoted it yet. It's about PR for small business, 901 and 902, where you create a 12-month media plan. And it's a new program, and it is going to be taking all of the information and all of the training that I had from my PR mentors for over a decade, and it's going to be put in here. So again, there's 100% reimbursement if your company or if your nonprofit qualifies. There are hundreds of express grants that are available. Again, 100% reimbursement for 100 employees or less. You can see if you're eligible. I put down here, and when you're going to get the PDF, I think there'll be a PDF that we'll send. Excuse me. What I wanted to do is I put in links. And the links are great because you can then get the information. Oh, excuse me. So right now I'm taking the 6-month sales training course. It's amazing. I love it. And that is going to be reimbursed in full by the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. So the way that it works is that you prepay for the training, and most vendors that I know have installment plans, as I do. And then you take the training, you provide your receipts, you upload them, you follow the rules and regulations, and then you get your money back. I also took some Spanish because what I did was when I started, I wanted to make sure that I would be able to test drive it and would I be able to get my money back. Well, I started taking Spanish when there was a 50% reimbursement, and now there's 100. I'm also taking right now an executive brain training course that is amazing on how to get more productivity. And these grants aren't just from me personally. These grants are also from my team. So you can take a look down here on how to apply. And if you have any interest or you want more information, please feel free to contact me. I want to be a business resource for you. So many people have helped me, and I would like to help you as well. Another grant in Massachusetts is this Empower Digital Grants for $5,000. It's from the Massachusetts Capital Growth Corporation. You have to be nominated for it. the Greater Lynn Chamber of Commerce and Colin worked with me, and I was able to get this grant. Now, it's not for everybody. So, you know, if you have a huge multi-million-dollar business, it might not be for you, most probably, but you should check it out if you're looking to redo your website and check out what the details are. Again, I put the URL down here that you can click, and you can get help in web design, you can get help in SEO, you can get help in digital marketing. I'm so grateful that I have this opportunity to be sponsored by Colin and the Greater Lynn Chamber of Commerce. So this is another grant that, as a small business owner, you might want to take advantage of. The thing that I'd like to say is that if you don't know about these grants, how can you possibly apply? So somebody told me about these grants, different people, but how do you find out? So listen to what's going on in the Greater Lynn Chamber of Commerce, right? Talk, attend events, listen, find out, pay attention to news that's going on in your industry. You can Google small business grants and start your own list. You could test drive Grant Watch. I'm a paid member of Grant Watch. So some of the grants that you're going to see coming up, I just took random samplings of so that we could use it to demonstrate what Grant Watch might have. Or there are other ones. I think this one says there's another grant program here. And you can just, there's a lot of paid ads that you'll see on Google, but some of them have a test drive period. Some of them you can try out for a week or a month. But I don't know, I find that when I write marketing plans and we do the marketing training, that it's really important that people, that small business owners and nonprofits know what is available, what can help them. I mean, we have, you know, the pandemic and everyone had to get over that and try to work that through. We have a looming recession that's possible. So I truly believe that we should take advantage of everything that is available. Again, we need to read the fine print. Why is that? Well, because if you don't save your receipts, for example, or if you don't have your tax returns, that could be a problem. So get your documents ready. Think about and look at what every grant needs. So it could be tax returns, it could be business description, it could be a 501c3. You might need to provide your social media information. You might need your payroll number, your EIN number. So think about what you need. Oh, another one that's really huge is the, what's it called? It's a certificate of good standing from Mass Tax Connect. So a lot of times people think that a certificate of good standing, you know, you get from one office, but this one is for your taxes. So Massachusetts wants to know in many cases that you're paying your taxes, that you're paying your payroll taxes, and that may qualify you for one of these grants. And I'm such a big, so much in favor of these grants and how they can help you, and specifically the training that you can get. I know that the training that I'm getting is expert, top-notch. And as a marketing provider and partner with the Commonwealth Express Grant Program, I think that there's so much possibility for you to learn what you want to learn and how it can help you for your business. So there are 26 gateway cities in Massachusetts. Some of these grants will help these different communities. So in our area, the Greater Lynn area, we have Lynn, we have Peabody, and we have Salem. And for example, the Express, there are many grants that are focusing on businesses that are in these particular areas. Some cities or some towns have their own grants to revitalize business in that particular area. But there are cities, for example, like Belmont, where they have their own economic development council, and they're also looking to re-energize their retail, their downtown. So these grants, you don't have to be a gateway city to be able to get these grants, but these are just more opportunities that you can get there. Massachusetts has particular interest in having these gateway cities get revitalized and put money into them for small business. I was speaking this couple of days ago with one of the directors over at the Commonwealth Corporation, and they have the Express Grants program, and they're going to start doing, and they have done some road shows, and that's going to be to help small business areas and small business owners in some of these particular areas. As a matter of fact, in Salem, upcoming in Salem, there'll be a small business women's event coming up where I think I'm going to be a panelist there talking about the Express Grant program and how it can help small business owners. So let's go into a little bit of information about some nonprofit grants, for example. Again, this is not a be all end all. What it is, it's just a sampling of some of the grants that are available. So when you get the PDF of this, each of these grants is going to be clickable, right? So you'll be able to read some of them. Again, the source of these grants was from GrantWatch. I have what do you call it, a subscription, and I took some of these for you. So there's a community action grant, for example, for empowering women. There's a leg up for 501 startups, right? So you can, if any of these interest you, you can check them out. There's transformational capital grants from Yawkey Foundation. This is to buy equipment. These are for some big capital purchases. There are sponsorship money that you can get for fundraising and for events. There's community giving for gateway cities. Okay, Lynn, Peabody, Salem, let's take a look at the Smith Family Foundation and see if the details apply to your business. And the only way you're going to find out is if we're open and we look at them and we start to think about, well, what do we need to buy? Or, what programs are we looking at? Again, there's also some nonprofit marketing help available from Google. I wanted to add this because Google not only has a program that I'll talk about later for scholarship programs, but they offer some nonprofit marketing help. So these are just some of the nonprofit grants that are available. There are lots of them. I wanted to make it a bit diverse, but we're going to talk about other grants coming up as well. Is this you as a small business owner? It could be. I've been in this place, or maybe this is you here. But let's look at some small business grants. A handful of selected grants from Massachusetts. Okay, we have the Biz Empower Grant Program. That is from Mass Growth Capital Corporation. And I put the URL in here as well. Commonwealth Corporation. That's the one that I talked about. Was one of my favorite grants. And that they have the Express Grant Program. Every business that qualifies, that has W-2 employees, even part-time employees, say you had 2 part-time employees, right? You may qualify for up to $30,000 per calendar year. That's right, per calendar year. So this year is ending. There's still $30,000 that is available for these grants. The thing about the Express Grants program is that you want to make sure you have all your paperwork together. So you need to know your EIN number, your payroll number. You need to know what course or training you want to take and get that certificate of good standing from Mass Tax Connect. You also want to make sure that you know your training date, your start date, and it takes about 3 weeks to get approved. And it takes about, maybe 5 or 6 weeks to get your money back after you're paid in full. Here we have a Manifest Grants program. That's from Hello Alice, and that's where you can get some help on products. Again, we talked about the Empowering Digital Grant. And also, I always say to check out mass.gov info for programs and grants, what's available. So stay tuned. You might want to have a Google alert set to this. You might want to just check it weekly to see what grants or opportunities are available for you. But I think that it's so important to take advantage, especially because everybody's coming back from the pandemic, all the challenges we had. And then, of course, you know, there's so much talk about a looming recession. Well, we don't need any more problems. So we should take all the expert help and all the funding that is available to be able to help our businesses grow, because small business rocks America. And we really need to take care of our small business owners and their families. Okay. Sponsored small business grant. So what's a sponsored grant? So that might be from a company, right? So Adobe has one for artists. There's NASDAQ has a program that impacts women. They teach about finances. We have Verizon has a program, small business resources, personalized learning. And that was a new one. I just knew mostly about the Comcast program, Comcast Rise. We're going to talk about that. We have on-ramp education and workforce innovation. And then there's the Massachusetts Export Center. So that's a STEP program. The deadline, I think, has already passed, but that's for companies that are looking to do business outside of the USA. So again, look at these are just a sampling of all these grants. There's so many that are available. And now, what about veterans? There's a lot of money for veterans, not just in Massachusetts, but also available beyond Massachusetts. So we have, again, these are all clickable when you get the PDF. We have the Tunnel to Towers Foundation. There's an entrepreneurship boot camp for veterans. There's a FedEx has an entrepreneur fund, right? There's funds for Hope for the Warriors and military spouse scholarships, and even money from Military Child of the Year to help with funding for children. Diversity grants are another area, diversity in women. Again, remember, we're in gateway cities right now, so there is pay extra attention to that. So the NAACP has grants. There's the Fearless Fund, Comcast Rise. I'm familiar with Comcast because Comcast has been one of my clients for over 20 years, and they absolutely are promoting diversity. So they have grants for diversity, but also now recently for small business women owners. That's something that's kind of new. She Boss Talk is for women. Giving Joy is another grant program. Not a lot of money with that particularly, but some. So what I'd like to say is that some are for like 500, some might be for 10,000, some might be for more. Grantsforwomen.org, you can check out that database. And Dove Chocolate has one as well. So as you're looking at these different grants, see what particular category or niche that you might fit into. See what you're looking to do for your 2023 plans. See where there's a match, where there's a fit. Look at what kind of training that you want as well for your business. So whether you want to have a marketing plan for next year, whether you want sales training, whether you want to have your team learn a new language, whether you want PR training, whether you want help with HR. I'm talking right now with one of my designers, and I said to her, why don't you get a program that teaches Canva to small business owners? Because that would be something that would be amazing. So here are some of the diversity grants, and I'm happy to answer questions at the end of this program, because really, I just want you to think about what's available, how it can help you. And I can tell you from my personal experience that these grants have helped me so much, not just as a provider and as a trainer, being able to help my business grow and also get more people on my team, but also the services and the training that I have that I've received from experts in different particular areas that I designated would help me. So start thinking about what you need, how you want to grow your business, and what who's available to help you through the Express Grants Directory and these other grants here. Another program, I added this in this morning because I completely forgot about it, but I'm so glad I ended it. Do you know that Google has a digital marketing scholarship program? Well, I really didn't know about it until I was doing some Googling, right? And I found out that for my team, I got a scholarship program for 5 people on my team to take this digital marketing course. And it's not just one course that's just, I'll call it digital light. It is a very intense course. And I was able to apply for it, this scholarship, and get 5 of my team on it. So if anyone is looking for to learn more about digital marketing and to look about audiences and funnels and Google ads and things like this, I also recommend this. I started taking it, and actually I didn't get 100 on every single test. So I think that it's good to always have refresher, learn. I do it at night. You're on a fixed program kind of as far as when you're supposed to do it, but yeah, I think it's like an amazing program. Also, we talked about Google a little bit before with some nonprofit marketing help. Google has a lot of things going on to help business owners. So do so many other companies that I haven't even mentioned here when we're talking about sponsored grants. So what's the saying about elephants? The saying is, at least the saying that I know is, that you can't eat an elephant all at once, right? You have to eat it a bite at a time. And the reason is because it's too much to eat, right? You have to, just like with marketing, you have to take it a bit at a time and you have to, chew it, think about it. And the same with the grants program here. There's a lot of information that's available. But again, you have to be really clear with who you are, what you want, how you want to grow, what you need, and what your team needs. Because you're able, again, to spend, like say with the Express Grants program, $30,000 a calendar year. There's like maybe 95 days left. You might not be able to get all that money, before the end of the year, but you have to apply for the grants again. And I'm happy to walk you through the process. So 2018 was okay, 2019 better, down to 2020, 2021 was a little bit better, 2022 we're recovering, and now we're going into 2023. So my question is, what's the plan to grow your business? So could you use a grant to help recession-proof your business? And what services could a grant provide to help you grow your business or your nonprofit? What are you looking to do with your business? That's the most important question. And if you have employees, if you have W-2 employees, why not take advantage of some of the different programs that are available from the Commonwealth of Massachusetts to help you do that? But there are other alternatives as well for you to take advantage of from some of these regional or national providers. Sometimes people think, oh, I need a grant writer to do this. That's if you're going to be writing your own grants. And there are people that are available to do that. You might find them on Fiverr. You might know someone. Some of the different colleges know people. I know that we have a lot of folks here from North Shore Community College on the line, and have the list of all these people that were planning on attending today. And again, I'm happy to help with any questions. And if any of you are interested in creating a marketing plan for your business that's reimbursed 100% by the Commonwealth, I'd love to have a discussion for you. Again, it costs absolutely nothing. It's risk-free to apply. If you get the grant, then you can think about, you know, what the timing is and what the plan is for you and your team. So bottom line is that grants and opportunities are available to help you meet your goals. You just need to say, okay, yes, I want to check it out. I want to apply for a grant and I want to see what happens. If I get approved, that's great. If I don't, that's another story. So many of my clients, at first, maybe they didn't get approved because they didn't have their taxes in order, or because they filled out the form, the application the wrong way. But all of them that have done it have gotten their money back. They have really benefited in many ways, because you just, depending, like my sales training that I'm taking now, it's just absolutely amazing. And again, I work one-to-one with experts, and my clients also work with me one-to-one, and they get a lot out of it. And you get all of your money back as long as you're eligible for the grant. And most companies are, as long as they have W-2 employees. So thank you for attending today. If anybody has any questions or needs help, you can book a call on my calendar, and I'm happy to take any questions if anybody has them. Or you can alternatively just get in touch with me, and I will be very happy to help you walk through any of this and go from there. Are there any questions from anybody? All right.
Hi, this is Andrea. I do have a question.
Yes,
so
Andrea.
I have two things. I represent a nonprofit, and my son and I are in business, and we're real estate investors. And you kept mentioning W-2 employees. So are these grants only if, because both organizations, we have 1099 employees, and the nonprofit, you know, everyone's a volunteer. So are you saying that these grants are not for those two types of businesses?
No, not well. I'll tell you the way that, and that's also been the case in some of my clients. So for volunteer, first of all, for the nonprofit, you need, for some of these grants, you need, for some of them, like the Express Grants program, you need to have W-2 employees. Okay. So this is the way some companies have done it. Excuse me. So what they do is they have a couple of part-time people on the payroll for a couple of hours. You have to be on the payroll for 12 weeks. And then you will most likely qualify. Every situation is different. But the employees, my companies that I've worked with, that have had the 1099s, they have put a couple of people on the payroll, and it usually is 12 weeks, and then they can apply. For the nonprofit, does that help you?
That is helpful. Thank you.
Yeah, well, the thing is that with some of these other grants, the ones that I talked about by category, that's absolutely not necessarily true. But for the Express grants, the one where I'm a marketing partner with, that is true. So it's 12 weeks. It takes 3 weeks to get approval. And you don't need full-time people. Basically, you need part-time people. And, you know, it could be as few as 2 or 3 hours a week for you to qualify for that. Because it's all paid for by the Department of Unemployment. And that's where the money comes from for this kind of a training.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Are there any other questions that I might be able to help with? Okay. Well, it was really great to promote the grant program. Again, there's all this free money that's available, and I would love you to take part in it like I did. It just takes a little bit of planning. It takes a little bit of concentration and thinking about what you want to do to grow your business or to help your nonprofit or to get money for events or fundraising. You know, a marketing plan, for example, can be written and marketing training can be about any facet of your business or nonprofit that you need help with, because every business and every nonprofit and everybody has challenges. So I'm here to help you. And if you need anything, please feel free to give me a call. So thank you.
Robin, how do we
Yeah.
get a how do we get a copy of the presentation?
Okay, we're going to get a copy because I'm going to send it to Colin and Christine. They're going to have a Zoom recording, and then they're going to send a PDF of it.
Okay, great. And I'll be calling you next week.
Okay, that's perfect. I look forward to it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.